So in this two-part video series, I'm going to look at who would be the best dream date for a night on the town of all the gentlemen on the Hogwarts faculty and staff. Part 1 will be all the runners-up. I'm only talking in the adult range because, you know, I'm obviously not going to date students. Argus Filch. Okay, come on. Filch? He's barely human. Hagrid. Okay, come on. Well, you could probably go over to his hut, have some rock cakes, watch him get drunk and start crying. Well, Professor Binns, I prefer my dates to be alive. Now, I know there are ladies out there who think Snape is dreamy, and I admit he would be a brilliant conversationalist if he weren't in a horrible funk, if he weren't being snide, if he weren't being gloomy and bitter. So if you could find him on this 2 seconds a year when he wasn't like that, I guess he'd be a lot of fun on a date. So, Gilderoy Lockhart. You probably couldn't even get him out of his room because he would be looking in the mirror. All right, Lupin, he was so gloomy. I don't care that he's a werewolf. I really don't. But if I go out with a guy and have a pleasant evening, I don't want the pouting. Quirrell. All right. I want a guy with a rotting turban on his head who stutters, who's got Voldemort on the back of his head, and who says, "Troll in the dungeon," and passes out. Now there's a dream date for you. Mad-Eye Moody. Now, Mad-Eye Moody is he's a pretty interesting guy. He's so macho, and he would have great stories to tell. Flitwick. Okay, he might be a fun guy. We just don't know very much about him. Dumbledore. Okay, Dumbledore. I think he could be fun. He had that potential, but just kind of knowing what all the dark stuff he had in his head, you know, I'm not sure. So for the next video, you'll hear about my dreamboat, Horace Slughorn.